Okay, so what we're going to do is just place the stick into the hips, grab hold of the straps, place the straps around the arch of each foot, and then come to standing. Now, all you need to do here to change the resistance of the bands is quite simply turn the stick so the bands wrap around the end of the stick, and that changes the resistance. So instantaneously you can get a change in the tension of the bands. You also may take the tension off if you find the exercise too demanding. Now, sometimes actually taking the bands off is necessary, as you're going to discover this through this workout. So what we're going to do is a bunch of trios. Trios are 3 exercises that progressively get harder, and we perform each one for 30 seconds. We have a short break in between, and we do the 3, and then we come back and we repeat those 3 again. Now, the cool thing about the break is I show you what we're about to do next, and that means that you don't need to have any guesswork. There's no, oh my God, what are we doing next? Or I don't understand the verbal instructions. You just need to watch and you'll know what to do. And the way the exercise is designed is that they get progressively harder. So they're not completely different. They're just adding an element of difficulty, which means that if you want to, you don't have to do the 3rd exercise or even the 2nd one. You could just do the first one several times if you find that that's what you feel most comfortable to do. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing some standing trios and some trios on the floor. So you may need to grab a mat and have that ready, because it'll be more comfortable to lie on the floor using the mat. Now, the very first exercise that we're going to do is just really basic. So I'm going to add some tension on the bands, place a stick underneath my chin, and I'm going to bend my knees and stand up. So I'm going to drop down and come to standing. This is very simple. All you need to do is make sure you have enough tension on the bands that you feel your back muscles actually active while you're performing this movement pattern. Just holding it here, you can feel your back muscles working. And then you bend your knees as low as you feel comfortable. Now, because the Gymstick doesn't have any load on it, it's quite different from using a barbell. And you might find that you have much better range of motion because you don't have any load on the stick. But that's enough yapping. Let's get started. And I'm just going to put the music on and put the timer on. All right, here we go. Sitting down, standing up. Sit, stand. Dropping down as low as it feels comfortable for you. And then come to standing. Good. Now I can feel my back muscles working as I stand up. And it's a good thing because I want to feel the tension of the bands, not just in my arms or my shoulders, but in my postural muscles. One more and relax. Well done. Now this time, I'm taking the tension off because I'm going to ask you to take your arms all the way up above your head, right? Okay, I'm going to add maybe just a little bit of tension because it feels a bit easy. Ready? Sit, stand. Now what you want to do is drive up from the floor into your arms. So drop down and push up. Stretch the arms all the way up. Breathe out as you lengthen the arms up above your head. Whew. Good work. Press your feet firmly into the floor. One more and relax. Well done. Now this time, we're going to step to the right, and then as we bring our feet together, you're going to take your arms up above your head. Are you ready? Here we go. Sit down, lift up. So press up, push up, and fully extend your arms up so you feel your upper body working hard here. And you can feel your inner thigh on the right leg as you pull the leg across your body, right? Good work. Heart rate's climbing now, isn't it? And release. Good work. Give yourself, catch your breath. It's quite amazing how warm just doing these exercises with the Gymstick will make your body feel, and also how much it elevates your heart rate. We're going to go back to the first exercise again. We're going to sit and stand. Ready? Down, up. Good. Now, once you wriggle your toes, you can also do this barefoot. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. In fact, It's not recommended if you can do it barefoot. But I want you to wriggle your toes. I want you to feel your heels and your toes pressing into the floor. Yeah, so press your feet firmly into the floor, dropping back and coming to standing. One more, and relax, all done. Now, we're gonna sit down and press the arms all the way up above the head. You're gonna fully extend the arms up. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Sit, stand. Good. Now the power for the arm action comes from the lower body. So think about pushing your feet firmly into the floor and driving up with your legs. So you're fully stretching the arms up above your head. Breathe out each and every time. Lift, down, up. You got this. 2 more to go. 1 more. And relax. All done. Stay with your feet together. Now step to left and then bring your feet together and stretch the arms all the way up above your head. Are you ready? Here we go. Sit down, lift up. Drop down, lift up. So bring your feet together. Stretch your arms right up. Good. Feel how your upper body is getting really worked out now. You can feel your left leg working as well, so your left inner thigh, and of course your right leg, which you're using to create the motion up and down, and relax. All right, good work. What we're going to do now is place a stick on the floor, keep it close to you, keep your bands on your feet, step over the gym stick and lift it up behind you. Now we're going to add some tension here and we're going to pull the stick back. Now the palms are facing away and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, yeah? And as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, you're going to feel some tension between these bones, and that's what we want to do. We want to work the upper body. We're also going to work the upper arms. Pull back. Now, really important that you keep your chin tucked in here. Eyes up, chin tucked in. Very common error is to bring the chin forwards. Just keep your head lifted. Tuck your chin in so that you're lifting up at the crown of your head. And what you'll feel if you do that is that you'll feel all the muscles to the front of your body working as well. Yeah? Good. Pull back. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to add a squatting motion. Let's do something different to what we just did. I'm going to take my feet further apart. We're going to drop down and lift the stick away from the buttocks and then come to standing. You ready? Drop down. So pull the stick right up away from the buttocks. Yeah. And just lean forwards if you need to. Lean forwards a little bit if you need to. But focus on bending the knees so that you're not tipping your whole body forwards. Yep, you want to keep the head lifted. Hips go back. Yep. Good. You want the weight evenly distributed throughout the entire foot. One more. And release. Well done. We're going to start with the right leg up. Up. And then we're going to step forwards and pull the stick back at the same time. You ready? Here we go. So knee up. Pull the stick back and release. Pull the stick back and release. Now, as you pull the stick back, I want you to think about pulling the shoulder blades back. Now, your right foot's going to drive off the floor to push you back into that standing position. And I want you to try and hold it there for a moment before you take the step forwards again, so that you're not sort of dropping into the step. And relax. Well done. Good job. All right, my friends, back to this again, yeah? Now, I'm going to move my shoulders a bit more, because the more I bring my shoulders forwards, the more they'll spring back. Yeah, a bit like a spring, you know, or a rubber band. As you stretch it, it'll pull back a little bit more. Here we go. Pull back. So you'll notice how my shoulders are rounding forwards, and then I'm pulling them further back behind me. keep the arms straight, yeah? Another little common error people tend to do is bend their elbows. So keep the arms straight, eyes are forward, chin in, and breathe out as you pull back. Yeah, feel how the abdominal wall tightens as you pull the stick back away from your buttocks and relax. Okay, let's do the squat again with the arms, but this time I'm going to do it with my feet close together. So pull back, yep, pull back. So make sure you're pulling back as you go down. Here we go. Pull back. Yeah. So watch that you don't tip too far forwards with your body. So you want to avoid this business. Yep. You want to really focus on getting the upper arms to do this work. So the primary mover is your triceps and the back of your shoulders. And you're opening it out and releasing. Check that you have enough tension that you can really feel this activity, but not so much that you can't move your arms, right? And relax. Okay, lifting up the left knee. We're going to step forwards and come back. So your knees lifted, yeah? Knees lifted, and you're going to keep your balance. Here we go. So step forwards, come back. Good, pull back. How you going there? Now, notice how my arms pull back before I've stepped forwards, rather than pulling back after I've stepped forwards. Yeah? So pull back. You want to initiate the movement with your arms first, then start moving forwards. Drop close to the floor, or as close as you feel comfortable, and relax. Well done. Place a stick on the floor, keep your bands on your feet, stepping back over. What we're going to do here is we're going to add lots of tension, and we're going to place the elbows underneath the gym stick in what we call a yoga position. Yeah, yoga position. And what we're going to do here is hold the stick here. We're going to step forwards with the right leg. So it's similar to what we just did before, stepping forwards, but I'd like you to see if you can bring your feet together. So there's that element of balance there again. Yeah, and make sure you got enough tension that your shoulders being pulled down. Here we go. Stepping forwards, bring your feet together. Good. Keep bringing your feet together. Well done. Out and in. Now, you need to check that you've got enough tension on the bands. You feel your abdominals working as you step forwards, right? So working as you step forwards and come back. Take it out, bring it back in. Good, one more, and relax. So this time, we're going to step forwards. We're going to drop down and twist, come back to the center, and bring the feet back together again. So it's a 4-part movement. Step forwards, twist, ready? Step forwards, twist and turn, center, feet together. Step forwards, twist, and feet together. Now check it out, I'm going to show it side on. When you rotate, turn your head at the same time. Yep, so you want to rotate your whole body. Yep, not keep your head forwards and just move your torso. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you're getting that as big a rotation as you possibly can manage. And release. Well done. So this time, step and rotate, and we're moving faster. So instead of doing 4-part movement, it's up and back with that rotation. Here we go. Rotate. So it's a bigger movement pattern because we're moving faster. Breathe out. Now, how big a step you take is up to you. You can take that step and make it a bit smaller, or if you're feeling pretty athletic, take a bigger step, looking further back over your shoulder. Add more tension if you want to feel it more in your abdominals. Yeah, this is an abdominal exercise, my friends. And relax. Good work. All right. Ready to try on the other side? But check that you've got enough tension. The tension should be pulling your shoulders down. You're going to be stepping forwards with the left leg and bringing the feet back together again. All right, you ready? Here we go. Stepping forwards with the left leg, bring the feet together again. Good, so it's a big step forwards, rolling off the left foot. Good work. So you roll off that left foot. Beautiful. Huge step to the front. Good. Keep the eyes forward. That's it. And you're just measuring the distance that you can cover with your left foot. Ready? And relax. Now, step forwards, rotate, back to the center, feet together again. You want to push off the leg, not flick back with your head. Here we go. Step forwards, rotate, push off from the left foot. Yeah, a really common error is people flick their head back to create the momentum, and you want to use your lower body. So if you find that you are flicking back with your head, take a smaller step. You've overstepped. You've overstepped. All right, so bring your feet together each and every time. There's a little bit of balance there. All right, one more time, and release. Good work. Now we're going to step forwards and rotate each time. Are you ready? Stay with your feet together. Here we go. Step forwards, rotate. Look back over the shoulder. Good. Breathe out as you rotate. Now, I'm thinking about my right foot and how I'm rolling right off that right foot. I'm thinking about my right knee and how low that's getting to the floor and where it's comfortable. Now I'm thinking about my left foot and how I'm pushing off that front foot to bring my feet together. Last one, and release. Good work. All right. So what we're going to do now is something a little bit more interesting. We're going to take the band off your left foot and you're going to place it back on the end of the stick. Right? Now, this is what we're going to do next. We're going to take the right foot back and we're going to lift that right heel off the floor. Hold the stick with your left hand. Hold the stick. What am I saying? That's your left foot, right? So place your right hand on the stick, place your left hand underneath the stick, take the foot back, and what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing a tricep extension with the left arm. Here we go. Up and down. So your left foot's behind you, your band's on your left foot. My apologies for that little bit of confusion right there at the beginning. I teach 2 classes here, and one I say one version, and the second one I say the opposite version, right? My right become my right, my left become my left. And then in the other class, my right is my left. All right, one more time, and relax. Now, this time, you're gonna press the stick up, bring it to the waist, and sweep it forwards. Lift the elbow up again. Here we go. So press the stick up, take it across the waist, sweep the arm forwards. Elbow up, press up, take it out, sweep it across your body. Good. Elbow lifted, press. Take it out, sweep it across your body. Good. Elbow up high, and then take it out wide. Breathe out. Good. Here we go. Lift up. Notice how my elbow's up above my shoulder, and then sweep it out and release. Now we've done a lot of stepping forward, so now we're going to do some stepping backwards. So I'm going to press up and then bring it out and sweep it forwards. Okay, so my left leg's going to keep moving back. So take the left leg back, take the left leg back. Keep your weight on your right leg. So your right leg lowers you and lifts you. Notice how my left elbow moves into position before I extend the arm. So it's up above my shoulder, now it's at my waist, and I'm stretching out. And I'm trying to get the biggest movement pattern I can. Last one, and relax. So place the stick into the hips, simply shift the band to your right foot, and turn the stick around. So take your right heel back or right toe back, hold the stick with your left hand, place your right hand underneath, and elbow lifted. Here we go. Press up and down. So the elbow's lifted. Now check out how my left hand is holding the stick very close to my body. Now this is really important because you want to keep the stick somewhat stable to be able to work effectively against the resistance of the bands. If you're lifting the stick up and down like this, you won't really feel it. And also it's hard to keep that elbow above the shoulder. You want to keep the right elbow up and release. Now starting here, we're going to press up with that open palm, bring it to the waist and sweep it across the body. You ready? So lift the elbow up. Here we go. Reach up, take it out, reach across. Elbow up, stretch it up, take it out, reach across. Elbow back up. Oh, there you go. And over. Again, elbow up. Press. Here we go. Sweep it forwards. Ah, keep going. You're doing really well. Ah, again. Whoosh. Last one. And release. Perfect. So now the right leg's going to start moving. So you're going to press back. Yes, so you're going to stretch it back. You're going to be weighted on your left leg. Here we go. So press it up and then sweep it forwards. Elbow up, and sweep it forwards. There you go. Elbow lifted. Ooh, good job. Reach all the way out. That's it. Nice work. Oof. Elbow up high. Ooh. Good. Stretch it out. Lift. Press. Take it out. And relax. Wow. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take that band off the end and place the strap around the arch of each foot again. And we're going to do a bicep curl. We are going to start with the right arm only though. What we're going to do with, right arm. That's the right arm, right? Right arm. What we're going to do with the left hand is place the left wrist underneath the upper arm. And you're going to hold it there to create like a stable platform for you to be able to perform the bicep curl. So you want the hand in the middle of the stick so you can comfortably pull up and down. Here we go, pull up and down. Now what you want to avoid is like, rocking to one side, lean to one side. See if you can keep the shoulders as level as the stick as it comes up towards your body. Now check that you've got enough tension here. You want enough tension. Pull up and release. Here we go, breathe out and release. Good, last one and relax. Now we're going to use both hands. Both hands, and this time we're going to rotate around to the left. It's going to still keep working the right arm just a bit more than the left arm. Keep the feet still. Here we go. Rotate. Bring the stick all the way up towards the chin. Take the stick back down to your thighs. Yeah. You got this. Here we go. Lift up and release. Bring the stick right up towards your chin and drop down. Now I'm turning as far as I can without my feet lifting up off the floor. Good. Breathe as you turn and release. Now we're going to add more to this. So the right leg is going to lunge back as I rotate to left. See, can you see how it gets progressively harder? But we do it without adding more tension on. Here we go. Pull back and relax. So you're rotating, you're stepping back with the right leg. Bring the stick all the way back down to your thighs and bring the stick all the way up to your chin. Check it out. And then you're facing forwards again. There you go. And you should be feeling this, in that right arm. That right arm's getting the most of the work here. One more. And release. Left arm now. So left hand in the center. Close your fists on the right. Get underneath the upper arm here. And now you're going to do the bicep curl on the left hand side. Keep the shoulders level. Yeah, and think about keeping your body sort of square so you're not leaning to the side. Here we go. Up and down. Good. Check the tension. One of the really cool things about the Gymstick is I can add just a little bit more tension on if I want to. Usually when I work with weights, I sort of have to jump up a little bit more than that. Sometimes it's just a bit too much of a jump and a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not doing this with good form. Whereas with the Gymstick, you can incrementally load and relax. Now, adding tension, we're going to rotate the body to the right now. So we're turning the opposite direction. When I load up that left arm, it's going to work a bit harder now. Breathe as you go across. Now, there's something else I'm going to ask you to do, and I want you to think about your lower abdomen. And I want you to draw your lower abdomen in as you rotate. Yep, so breathe out, drawing your lower abdomen. What is that? It's your transverse abdominis, and it's part of what we call the core, yeah? And you just want to draw it in gently, yeah? And it's not your belly button, it's a bit lower than that. Yeah, it's across your hip bones. And release. All right, starting with your feet together, left leg stepping straight back. So make sure your left leg doesn't go out on some weird angle to the side. Straight back is what you're trying to achieve. Rotate. Good, so bring the stick right up towards your chin. You're weighted on your right leg. Oop, just lost my balance there for a second. And that's one of the things about Gymstick is that you will work your balance frequently during the workout. Exhale as you bring the stick right up towards your chin. Yeah, and stepping back big time. Oh. 2 to go. Let's just do one more. And relax. Well done. We're now going to transfer down to the floor. So what I'd like you to do is grab your mat. And we're going to basically start off by lying on our back. So lying on our back, adding tension. Hands go underneath the stick. Your knees are bent. Yep, knees are bent at 90 degrees. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by alternating each leg out to the floor. Hold the stick with an underhand grip and make sure that the stick doesn't move. Here we go, stretch it out and in. Reach it all the way out. Breathe. Yep, so fully lengthen the leg out. Keep the leg very still as you lengthen out the opposite leg. Now I'm pointing my toes, so I'm stretching the legs out as far as I can. Reach away. Last one, and release. Now lengthen the legs completely. So now do exactly the same thing, but now with longer legs, straighter legs. Now try not to do this too fast. If you do it fast, you won't feel it. So you want to do it a bit slower so that you can feel your abdominals working. And add as much tension as you need to help support you through this motion. Yep, this is where tension becomes your friend. Now drawing your lower abdomen as you take the leg down and come back up. Breathe out at the same time and then breathe in as you relax. Last one, and release. Keep your feet glued together. We're going to lower both legs down and both legs come back up. Now I want you thinking about lifting your pelvic floor. Yeah, lift your pelvic floor here. Ready? Here we go. Lift the pelvic floor and release. Now what is the pelvic floor? Well, it's a muscle at the base of the skeleton which plays a really significant role in your core, and it holds up your internal organs. So lifting the pelvic floor feels like you're closing your front and your back passages, yeah? And you're trying to lift it as the legs go down towards the floor. Breathe out and release. Have a little bit of a rest. We're going to start that trio again. Remember, we start with the knees being bent. Hold the stick stable. I prefer an underhand grip because it's easier to hold the stick here. And we're going to stretch out, alternate leg to the floor. You ready? Here we go. Take it out. So reach out, come back in. out as the leg goes out, come back. This trio concept is also a Gymstick invention. Back in 2003, the idea of starting off with a basic movement pattern and then progressing it again. It's clever, yep, because what you find yourself doing is something that perhaps you couldn't do normally. Relax. So straight legs up. We're going to alternate straight legs down. Try not to go too quick. Try not to bounce the foot up off the floor. You want to lower it down and lift it up. Here we go. Lower it down and come back up. Breathe out and breathe in. Lengthen away. Point the toes. Stretch it out and up. Good. So stretch the leg down and come back up again. Reach away from your body. There you go. There you go. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And drawing your lower abdomen here. And release. Okay, so now we're going to go both legs. Now this is, you're going to probably feel this in your inner thighs because they're working pretty hard here. Breathe out as your legs go down. Point the toes. Ready? Exhale. Inhale. So as your legs go down, exhale, and then inhale as your legs come up. Lift the pelvic floor, and then release as you come up. Good, take it down, and up. Good work. Really straight legs. Here we go, 2 more. One more. And relax. Well done. All right. Coming up to a all fours position. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do something called an upright row. Now we're going to actually bring the stick up to the middle of the chest. And we're going to pull the stick up here. Now, there's something I want you to do with your feet. So your feet are going to stay glued together. Now that's important because what you'll find is if you keep your feet together, your hamstrings and your buttocks and your back muscles will all work. That's a good thing. Here we go, upright row. So pull up and down, lift. So think about bringing the stick up to the middle of your chest and your elbows above the stick and glue your feet together. Yep, glue your feet together. Oh, I can feel this in my buttocks now. Yeah, and in my lower body, even though I'm doing an upper body motion. The magic behind Gymstick. Such a clever piece of equipment. One more, and relax. Now this time, lift up, flip the elbows under, press up, come back down, flip the elbows over, and lower the stick all the way down to the front of your thighs. Here we go. Pull up and under, press, down and over. Elbows up high, push. Now, what I want you to do is pull up high, roll the shoulders under and roll the shoulders over. Are your feet still glued together? You need to make sure your feet are still glued together. They'll want to separate as your arms go up. They definitely will, yeah? And that's where you're going to use the power of the buttocks. Yep, you're going to keep those feet together. One more time. And relax. Now, hands are locked closer together. Check this out. Arms are going to go straight up, and then you're going to bring the stick behind your head, lengthen all the way up again, and bring your arms down. Here we go. Take it up, take it back, lengthen, and go back down again. Lift up, take it back, all the way up, and drop down again. Breathe out. Whoo! Good. So what I'd like you to do is try and make sure you bring the stick right down behind your head and then fully lengthen the arms each and every time, all the way up and relax. Well done. Okay, you might want to give yourself a little bit of a rest. Let's try that again. So check that you've got enough tension. You're going to bring the stick to the middle of your chest. Elbows are lifting to shoulder height. You should have this little triangle underneath your arms. Yep, you ready? Here we go. Pull up and down. Because the goal is to just bring the stick towards your middle of your chest rather than lifting up the shoulders. Yeah, we want to keep the shoulders relaxed throughout this movement. Now squeeze your feet together. Yep, squeeze your feet together. Good work. Well done. Lift up and relax. Good work. Oh. And relax. Now, we're going to bring it up, flip the elbows under, press up. It's a clean and press, but we're not using the legs. Well, we are, but the legs are keeping us stable. We're working all those posterior muscles to the back of the body. Here we go. Lift up, lift up. So cool that you're getting this lower back, buttock and hamstring workout, and we're not actually moving those muscles, but we can actually feel the tension change as we move the stick up and down. So there is contraction and then there is relaxation. Yeah, can you feel that in your back? Yep, in your buttocks, in your hamstrings. Now, get the elbows up high, over. One more, lift, up, down and relax. Bring your hands just a little closer so it's easier for you to bring your elbows forward as you bring the stick behind your head. Yep, here we go. Lift up, and then remind yourself of your feet. Squeeze the feet together again. Bring the elbows in close to either side of your head and bend the elbows so that your stick comes all the way down behind your head. Good. Oh, and release. Yeah, the mat's good for padding underneath the knees with these types of exercises. Again, bring it up, take it back, up, and relax. Fantastic. All right, so now we're going to give those muscles a little bit of a break. We're going to do our final exercise, and we're basically going to start by sitting on our buttocks and elbows going underneath the stick like we did earlier, which is what we call the yoga position. And we're going to start with doing a recline. So we're going to recline backwards. Make sure you've got a lot of tension on to help support you through this motion. Take the tension off if you want to work harder, but start with lots of tension on to start with. Ready? So we're going to start reclining back. Breathe as you do so. Breathe out. Shh. Breathe in. Breathe out as you go back and breathe in. Now, automatically my core likes to activate. So the first thing I'm noticing as I go back, my pelvic floor lifts. Yep, and as I go back, my lower abdomen lowers down. So it doesn't poof out. Yep, it actually flattens down. Now, that's happening on the breath out. So those three things happening at the same time, it's a pretty good indication your core is working like it should. Last time, and release. Bend your knees a lot more. And what you're going to do is you're going to stretch out your right leg and then stretch out your left leg as you go back. Yeah? Now keep the stick down low, lean back and come back up. So you want the shoulders down away from your ears. If you don't have enough tension, you'll have a tendency to pull a stick up towards your chest so that you can get the tension. Just turn the stick and increase the tension on the bands. Good. Breathe out and in. So looking forwards at the foot and coming back. Looking forwards at the foot, allowing the heel to stretch all the way down towards the floor. And one more. And relax. Now, we're going to add a little bit of rotation. So as my right leg goes forward, I'm going to rotate to the right. As my left leg goes forward, I'm going to rotate to my left. Ready? Here we go. Reach out, come back. Reach back, come back. Now, I'm looking back at the end of the stick as it goes back because I want to focus on the rotation aspect. And you're exhaling as you're stretching the leg forwards. Yep, exhale. So breathe out, lengthen the leg all the way out. Reach out, come back in. Good, stretch out. Last time, and relax. Really good. So we're going to do those three exercises again. So basically 1.5 minutes left now. And then we're going to stretch and we're done. Yeah, such a good workout. And every day the Gymstick exercises change. Yeah, with these completely different ones. Here we go. Take it back and up. breathe out. But by now you've gotten a fairly good indication of how versatile this thing is, right? Lots of ways to use it. Now, let's add a little bit more intensity to this by arching the back a little bit as you go back. So rather than rounding the spine, arch the back a little bit, breathe out. You won't be able to go as far. Yep, so you've got to be comfortable with that, yeah? One more time, take it back and release. All right, starting with your knees bent a lot, we're gonna stretch forwards and alternate the leg that goes out in front. Here we go. Are we ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Stretch out and come back up. Good, now notice I'm going quite slowly, and that's because I'm thinking about my core muscles. Like, it's not easy to go lift the pelvic floor, draw in the lower abdomen and breathe out at the same time as doing this motion. So I'm trying to get core involved with each repetition. And then I need to relax all those muscles. So I need to breathe in as I come up, release the abdominals, release the pelvic floor. One more time on each leg. And release. Are you ready for the final exercise? Final exercise, we're gonna add that rotation. We're gonna twist from one side to the other. Here we go. So rotate. Come back to the center. Rotate. Now notice I don't come all the way up, and that's because I want to keep a little bit of tension on my abdominals. I'm also looking at the floor as I go back and seeing if I can take my stick just a little bit further back. Check that your stick stays on your body, So you're not lifting your arms up here and doing it there. Keep the stick on your body so it's your body that's rotating. Yep, one more time on each side. Good, take it back and relax. Well done, bravo. So let's do this. Take the bands off your feet and place the straps on either end of your stick, because this is a good position to have the bands in and also to do the stretches. So I'm just going to get rid of the timer and change the music a little bit. All right, my friends, let's start off by lying on our back. So lying on your back, holding the very end of the stick on the floor. And what I would like you to do is just roll your knees to the right, turn your head across to the left, and let your body just rest on the floor. Amazing. Great workout. So glad you could join me today. Change sides. Lift up the knees, roll over to the opposite side, turn the head the opposite way. Take big deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Another big deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Come back to the center. Roll up, sitting up. Okay, let's do this. So what we're going to do is bend your right knee in towards your groin. Place the stick underneath. Sorry, that's your left leg, right? Left leg. This is your right leg. Stick underneath your foot. Slowly slide that foot forwards until you feel a good stretch in your hamstring. Keep the chin lifted. Keep the chin lifted. Yep, so try not to look down your knee. And breathe in oxygen to where you feel tight. And just mentally say, I let go. I let go. And relax. Let's go the other way. So bring your right foot in. Place the stick underneath your left foot. Chin up. And slowly stretch the foot forwards. Slide it forwards. Keep the chin up. You don't have to go far. Just until you go, oh, I can feel that. So take your time. There's no hurry. Good. Well done. And release. Rolling over onto one side. So I want you just to roll to your right side Grab hold of your left foot and pull the heel towards your buttocks. What I want you to do now is drop your knee down and then pull your leg back. So you feel that stretch at the front of the thigh. Push the hip forwards. So you feel that stretch at the front of the hip. And release. Now it might be easier just to roll over to grab hold of the opposite foot. So bring the foot in towards your buttock, head down, and let the knee drop down. Let the knee drop down, and then pull the leg back. Feel that stretch at the front of the thigh. And release. Rolling over onto your tummy. Bring the stick in towards you. Push back. Stretching the arms forward. And release. Coming up, placing the stick on the floor. It's one of my favorite stretches. Drop your head down between your arms and very gently rock forwards and back. Breathing deeply. Feel that breath coming into your body and releasing tension. And release. Come all the way up to standing. Take the arms up, lift up and like pull to one side. Good work. Now pull to the other side. Let's pull again to the right. Let go with your right arm. Bend your left elbow. Come up high with the right hand and pull the stick down behind you. Feeling that stretch in the back of the upper arm on the left side. And release. Take the other arm up. Bend that elbow. Come up high with your left hand. Pull the stick down. And release. Big deep breath in. And breathe out. One more in. And breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout with the Gymstick.